Hafide and welcome to GCA Today. I'm Ann Marie Pelobello with the Guam Contractors Association. Today we will be talking about some shipping services. I have with me Mr. Charlie Hermosa, the General Manager of APL. Hi, Hafide, Mr. Charlie, how are you?
Half a day. Very honored and proud to be here today. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for this opportunity to showcase our services, both from a service perspective and also about our people. The people that really work for APL here locally is really what makes APL successful.
Yes, indeed. So, tell me a little bit more about APL. I mean, it's usually referred as American President Lines, but now it's just APL.
Right, so it's an acronym.
Okay.
Right? So it's still it's easier to say APL.
APL.
So it's a brand recognition today that APL is known worldwide. But if you really want to spell it out, it's American President Lines. That's the official name of the company.
Awesome. I did know one point of time APL was here in Guam, and then actually, I guess, stopped services here in Guam, and now you're back. Do you know why?
Yes. So we actually have a strong and rich history with Guam dating back to the 1930s.
1930s.
And that's when we actually offered passenger services to Guam.
Oh.
The first line of business as far as dealing with containers and break bulk type service started back in the mid-1980s. And that is when Matson initially pulled out of Guam.
Okay.
So there was a little bit of change there. It wasn't until the mid-1990s that we received an offer we could not refuse from Matson.
Good job.
So we sold the service over to Matson, but we actually worked with them for about 10 years until the contract was not renewed.
Awesome.
And that was pretty much the cut in time with Guam.
Wow. So, how many employees do you have currently employed under APL locally?
So currently we have 16 employees. They're all local employees. I just moved from the mainland about 3 months ago, so I'm officially a Guamanian as well, at least trying to focus into the culture. So basically right now that's the heart and soul of our company is our people.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what we try to sell.
Have you ever been to Guam before, or is this your first time?
Yes, I've been working with the Guam market for the last 8 years.
Nice.
I actually started coming here with a company called Horizon Lines.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
I'm very, it's a big circle. A lot of the community is still here. So I know a lot of folks from when I met back in 2010 are still here working here. So
You're considered local. Good job.
Yes.
How many vessels do you currently have operating here locally in Guam?
We currently have 2 vessels.
Two, okay.
We have 2 connecting vessels, which we call the Guam Saipan Express Service. It is the APL Guam and the APL Saipan. The uniqueness about that is we have 2 relay points right now that they connect through, and that's Korea and Japan. Basically, our vast network, our global network allows us to pull from Europe, pull from Asia, worldwide, to sort of funnel through either Japan and Korea, and our 2 vessels will be able to connect with them and bring it down to Guam. So that's sort of like the network, sort of like the hub and spoke type network that allows us to be able to reach worldwide points.
Wow. So let's just say if I wanted to, I guess, move off Guam to the Philippines, and I wanted to ship my vehicles or even my household goods or even construction materials, am I able to go straight directly to you?
Yes, and you can actually look at it from both ways. We're the only U.S. flag service from Asia. It comes in from Japan and Korea.
Okay.
So it's a little bit reversed. There's a lot more materials coming into Guam than going out of Guam.
Right.
But we're able to do anything pretty much from a house good perspective, commercial goods, building and construction materials, to any point in the world, pretty much out of Guam and into Guam.
What is the time frame?
So there's different connections, similar to the airlines.
So depending on the connection type, what is the time frame in each connection?
So I mean, it could range from 15 days to 31 days.
Okay.
It all depends on where the origin is.
Okay.
So if it's Europe, it's a little lengthier, based on the connections there. If it's off the U.S. mainland, right now we offer a 19-day transit off Oakland, which is our last port of call. And we have a weekly service into Guam, which is very key in making sure that there's 2 carriers here that provide service into Guam off the U.S. mainland.
How about, are you able to tell us your shipping rates?
Well, so the rates pretty much are all dependent on different reasons,
Okay.
location, and so on. So there's not really one rate you can per se we can talk about.
Okay.
It's a matter of just being able to give us the origin, give us what you're trying to move, and I can guarantee you that we will be able to find an efficient and cost-effective way to bring the product over to Guam.
Okay. So, from the time you were here in the past and currently, what is different about it, and what is much better about it?
Okay, definitely. There was a lot of excitement back in 2010. A lot more things moving. A lot of construction companies moving to on island, setting up shop, bringing in construction materials, bringing in cranes. I mean, there was a boom.
Right.
There was really, that's the best way to put it. There was a boom.
There was a boom.
There was a boom. I mean, everybody was excited about what was going to happen. So coming back, it looked like a few of the companies have left Guam.
Yes.
They have maybe a representative here, but the initial onset of having an office, having construction equipment, has pretty much gone off island. And I think right now they're sort of kind of waiting and seeing to see exactly what's going to come about the Guam, the military buildup. So I think the excitement is starting to come up again.
Yes.
Because the government has released funds, which is a good indication that something is really starting to happen. Obviously, the other side to it is the workers. That's always been a key issue. I remember coming here. There was enough labor to go around when the naval hospital was getting built, the wharf was getting built. It looked like there was a lot of workforce just running around. Obviously, it's one of the key points right now as far as construction, right? Being able to have enough people to build. So that's been a little bit of difference from the construction side. But the one thing that never changes is the attitude.
Yeah,
the people in Guam, no matter what, it's always just a happy thought. Even when things going,
down south.
Down
it's
south.
Still happy.
It's still happy. We're still going in. We're going to, new year. But you know what? I honestly think 2018 is going to be a good year, and I think everybody has that positive mindset.
Yes, we all do. We all do. So, do you support the military buildup?
Absolutely. We definitely support the military buildup as a U.S. flag provider. That is one of the reasons why we were looking into coming back into Guam. We have a firm support from the Department of Defense to have 2 carriers here that are able to provide them with the necessities as far as being able to transport, military and government goods. So we definitely support from a security standpoint and from a U.S. flag perspective as well.
Is there anything you want to let our viewers know? You want to say something to them? How can they contact you?
Yeah, and I think basically we want to be able to reach out to the community, different markets, different segments of the commercial and military side. We want to make sure that they know and understand that the heart and soul of what we do today is our people. We have a great service, global service, and one of the unique things about us is that we're always willing to look at the most economical way to bring things over to Guam. We understand the needs and some of the shortfalls as far as the cost of bringing goods into Guam. So, all that comes into play. But the biggest thing that we sell, honestly, the biggest thing that I see here locally is our people.
Yes.
That really makes a difference. The service is great, but the people are really what makes everything happen. So without them, we couldn't really give that level of service that folks would expect from us.
Awesome, and thank you.
And if I could just actually point, if anybody would like to reach us, they could reach us at 588-4651. I think we'll be able to actually post, our email addresses as well. I have no problem on giving my phone number as well. I'm always 24/7. My number is 988-5809. If there's any needs, again, I've never been afraid about giving my number out. I'm always there to support, and you can call me 24/7. 24/7, and we'll be able to respond and give you what you need.
Thank you, Mr. Charlie Hermosa, General Manager of APL. Thank you for your time. Thank you all for your time, and we would like to wish you and your family a very happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. Adjust.